It's Week 18 of the National Football League, where we'll get a look at this team's sure-handed tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. This should be a good one to watch, and it comes your way next.
Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday. So it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason, figuring out where they're going on vacation. Week 18 is a tricky thing around the league. A lot of division games, a lot of interesting matchups. And we're just wrapping up stage one of what is an unbelievable NFL season.
The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make if we're not having early success. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. And a good run there. Finds the lane. Gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
We have the luxury each week, Mike, of sitting down with these players and really getting a behind-the-scenes look at what makes them so good and what makes them tick. And, man, wouldn't it be nice to be able to bring the fan kind of behind the curtain and let them see for themselves what we see firsthand? And, man, it would only take a couple minutes for you to realize just what kind of leader this guy is. You would never know he threw 3 touchdowns last week. All he wanted to talk about was the costly interception and the couple plays he left out there. That's why they rally around him. The better he plays, the better the team plays. They need more consistent performances from him to get the rest of this team to do their part.
Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing, and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Looking to throw. Richardson. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. A hit, and he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the gun, Richardson. He's going to tuck it and go. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Again, they target Pittman. He's got another catch. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Out of shotgun, Richardson. To the goal line and in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indy. Touchdown, number 9 for the year. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He comes into this final weekend as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to finish the season strong. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. He'll drop to throw. This one complete to Bryant. And just a pickup of 3 or 4, but with the penalty a moment ago, it leaves them with a good down, 2nd and short. They'll send a tight end in motion. A run now on 2nd down. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
Tight end going in motion here. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll stay on the ground. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To the tight end, likely. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8.
At the 32-yard line.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. In motion comes Pittman. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. The speed on display. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now Gay for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts extend their advantage to 14-3. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And you can see he leads the league in rushing coming into this final week. We'll see how involved they want him to be here in this regular season finale. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
23 yards on that pass play, and that will be a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That is brought in. And he will go all the way for the score. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Extra point try forthcoming. He gets it to go, and the visitors are back within 4. It is 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Dallas Flowers. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. Here's a third down and 4. Throwing is Richardson. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Now, faking the give. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he'll be taken down.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow. And the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
So after the big play to start, now we have first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in for the touchdown. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the visitors move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Colts offense running back Jonathan Taylor set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down. Throwing, Richardson. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Richardson operating from the pistol. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a second timeout called by the defense. Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The man in motion is Watson. Now they'll set up to throw. The second down throw is incomplete. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. Look at the numbers. Over 200 yards passing now for the game. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. That is catch number 60 for the season.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Back to the air one more time. That one, take it in. Touchdown. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Next to score, visitors 24, Colts 14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And this will be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Quick throw, taken in. He'll come up to 3rd and 3. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the 2nd quarter. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And then finally, the national game on Sunday night. It's a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. We've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. First and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's second and 2. They'll stick with him again. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
The man in motion is Watson. Right back to him on first down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Now a give up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Here's a toss, right side. And he'll be taken down.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Here's a run. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Has a touchdown. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Next to score, visitors 31, Colts 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Flowers now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. On the give, this is Taylor. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On play action, Richardson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 36-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Richardson. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Quickly out to Downs on the receiver screen. Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
This one, fielded out beyond the 25. This team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. He'll drop to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Sensational stats in this one, and now that pass gets him over 300 yards on the evening. The man in motion is Watson. Back to throw. Going for it all. That's hard. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. And a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a give on the ground. He slams it in there, and he is in for the score. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
No problem there on the extra point, and the visitors will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Flowers now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Colts offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And this is where we stand. Final weekend of the regular season is upon us, and we'll know the brackets and the seedings for the postseason at the end of the night. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28. Richardson going to look to, and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, Richardson. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Looking to throw, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he will get into the end zone. Alec Pierce. Touchdown Colts. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Richardson to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Up the middle they go. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he's going to be taken down. And with that last pickup, it's a new NFL record. He has the most total yards by a running back in a single season in NFL history. A run on 1st and goal. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! For the touchdown. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays
play
are
under
reviewed,
review.
so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. The extra point, up and good. And the visitors are able to extend the lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Flowers now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Here's Richardson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Into space at the 45. Michael Pittman. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 79 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Gay to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Colts are able to edge a bit closer. So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. Result is a first down.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now a handoff running right. And he'll be taken down.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And make it a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Next to score, visitors 52, Colts 27.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Flowers now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Richardson. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. And the visitors will have great field position as they take over at their own 45. His drive will start on the ground. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So it's a win for our visitors. They finished the season on a high note, so now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Indianapolis.